exciting episode of Thursday Throwback Theatre. And I'm being kind of quiet because it's like 1 in the morning. And I don't want to upset the Frankenfeet that lives above me. But still, even the people around me. It's 1:30 in the morning. And anyway, yeah, as you can tell from the title, I'm watching Amityville Horror II. Or just Amityville 2, The Possession. Never seen this one, so this is one of those that it's really wild. I'm going to make this opening short. I don't know. Tell me down below. Do you like this? How I show you a little bit at the very beginning, and then I tell you what I'm thinking, and then show a tiny little scene in the middle, and then I do a how I think the whole thing is at the end. Do you like that, or should I just do it like IMO? Where I just do a little scene at the beginning and then talk about the movie. Right down below. Let me know what you think. Anyway, Amityville, The Possession. Never seen this movie. Seen the first. Seen the third one in 3D at the theaters. And then, of course, I got the box set with all three of them in there. And this is an interesting mess. I don't know if it's a mess, but it's intriguing. It's different. It's a different take because it starts out with, a family buying the Amityville house and Burt Young, of all people, playing the old father. And he's got his wife, what's her name? I'll tell you at the end. And then he's got these kids and a son, and then we get all into kind of weird incest stuff, which is very bizarre. And then, of course, every Amityville horror movie has to have a priest that comes in and gets involved. And we get the guy from Moon 02. And again, I'll say his name later. But yeah, it takes a little weird twist because the son gets possessed, has sex with the sister. Mom finds out Burt Young is an abusive father who's slapping everybody because when there's weird things happening in the house, he thinks the kids are screwing around, so he's slapping the kids. It's very unusual for an Amityville horror movie. I got to check what year this came out. Well, it'll be in the title, of course. But yeah, so I'm pretty intrigued because it spoilers. I'm about an hour 15-minute in, and there's the big kill scene, and all of a sudden you think it's a dream sequence, but then you find out it's not, and then now we're on the priest side and dealing with. I don't know. I'm going to go back and watch the rest of it, so I'll see you when we come back. Right. It's a weird one, man. It's. I'm glad I watched this, but again, it's kind of like, why did I avoid this? Probably because after Exorcist was good. Exorcist 2, The Heretic, was like, what the hell were they thinking? Exorcist 3 is a damn scary movie. It's a great movie. Anyway, I'm going back to it. I'll talk to you later. Bye. That before I go with the tongue out. What the frack is with me? Wow. Am I in frame? Yeah, I guess I'm in frame. Amityville 2, or Amityville The Possession. Wow. It's not a bad horror film. It really is. From the 80s? I believe this is the 80s. Amityville. 1982. 1982. I got the old Amityville box set. One missing. But you got the original Amityville horror, Amityville The Possession, and Amityville 3D, which, well, Go to my 3D movies. You can see me talk about that. Yeah, this, for an 80s movie, for 82, I mean, it's not great. And for a sequel to the Amityville Horror, it's adequate, I guess. Somebody from the family getting possessed. But what the frack was that stuff at the end, man? Wow. I guess there was like the devil, the possessed had a shell around him and it cracked and the real. But the thing underneath was the demon? I don't know. Thank you, Scream Factory, for releasing all three of these movies in a nice box set. Nice box set. Get it. Pick it up before it goes out of print. Nice transfers on all of them. I would have to say the third one has some issues with the 3D presentation. None of them are really cleaned up frame by frame, especially as I can tell from the second one. There's a few scratches and a few, like when they put the credit layer over it, there's a couple spots that follow through. If you film people know what I'm talking about. Other people just say, just review the damn movie. Yeah, Thursday Throwback Theatre, or Thursday Theater Throwback, whatever this thing is called. Amityville the Possession, with the guy from Moon 02. His name's James Olsen. He was also, he's more well known, I think, for Andromeda Strain. He plays the priest in this. He does a very adequate job. He's really good. The music is still kind of really cool. La 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 la. The children voices like from the original Amityville soundtrack. It's a weird one, like I mentioned in the first half. With Burt Young being an abusive father, and spoilers, a little bit of spoilers, not too much. You know that the family's going to get killed. You really don't, I guess. I guess you might go into this thinking that, well, they're going to survive and they're going to run out of the house like in the first movie, but just about everybody gets shot. And it's weird because I was listening to them in headphones, and I have to show them to you, because just saying I was listening in headphones isn't enough. But the murder scene that he goes around, the shooting spree, the gunshot isn't really impactful. So I don't know if that was a sound effect of something falling off a dresser or if it was a gunshot, but all of a sudden then you see the character holding themselves or falling over and they're covered in blood and there's blood on the wall. So it's like, oh, I guess he shot them. Yeah. The main antagonist, the kid from the family, he's only did 2 movies. He did this movie and he did, I believe, Firestarter. I think that was it. His name is Jack Magner. Jack Magner, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he only did these 2 movies. The acting in general in this movie is just really kind of hit or miss. He's over the top in a lot of scenes. In a lot of scenes, he's kind of like really creepy, especially with the incest stuff with his sister. His sister is Diane Franklin? Diane, right? Diane Franklin, I think. And she's been in a lot of stuff from the 80s. Better Off Dead. Terror Vision. I remember her in Terror Vision. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and or Bogus Adventure. One of those. And The Last American Virgin, which I watched a few weeks ago, which is a really downer. Really kind of a downer teen movie. But I guess at the time it needed to be that. To prove its point. Last American Virgin. But I enjoy that movie. It's set in its own time, the 80s. But yeah, she's pretty decent in this for a young actress. And what more can I say? I mean, the thing that really, really shocked me was the end, the special effects, the practical special effects of the face cracking of the kid who's possessed at the end, and the demon underneath is, what you've seen was just very very weird, very weird. And to have a movie kind of rely on an abusive family, abusive father, and then incest between the children, and the possession of the devil from this house and this priest. Of course, we need a priest. Olsen's from Chicago. Oh, well, I don't know if he's from Chicago, but he's an Illinois actor. Andromeda Strain, Moon 02, and a whole bunch of other television stuff. Yeah, it's well, I'll have to say this. It's very unique. It's a very unique movie. It's a very unique sequel to the original Amityville Horror. And being that this is the first time I ever seen it, it was quite entertaining. It was quite different. And I don't give rating systems, but I was entertained by it. It's late at night, you know. It's probably now going on 3, and I'm being a little louder. I believe Frankenfeet is asleep in his room, you know. And if he is, screw him. You know, he walks around with his big heavy feet all the time. So if he hears me now talking, so be it. Leela, so be it. Sobieski. What? Anyway, I'm talking way too much. Yeah, Amityville, The Possession. I enjoyed it. Thursday Throwback Theatre. See it if you haven't. Pick up the old box set if you get a chance, because it's a pretty decent deal. You get the 3 movies, especially if it's under like $20, because then, you know, it resonates better. The price. Old Roger D, Channel Donstar, Thursday Throwback Theatre. Tune in again next week for another movie I had either seen but haven't seen in a long time, or for another movie that I have never seen and will be watching. All right, until then, we'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye.